The Vivo V23e 5G, which sports a 44MP front camera, seeks to continue the company's strategy of creating affordable yet competitive selfie phones with exciting features. But does the Vivo V23e 5G deliver on its promise? You'll find out in this video review. Vivo offers some of the best smartphones available in the mid-range segment, which they've long dominated. The V23e 5G, launched in December 2021, can be considered one of the best 5G mid-range smartphones available. Although this phone has some excellent specs, we would ask you to keep expectations low because its manufacturers sacrificed a bit of quality in certain aspects to keep the price down. The MediaTek Dimensity 810 processor, which supports 5G connectivity, powers the Vivo V23e 5G. We'll explain why the MediaTek Dimensity 810 processor lifts the bar in terms of battery life for 5G smartphones later in the video. It's worth noting that there is a 4G version of the Vivo V23e, which has a different chipset. However, we'll focus on assessing the V23e 5G to determine if it's worth its $399 price tag. Let's start with number 5, display. The V23e boasts a 6.44-inch AMOLED display with a 2400 by 1080 FHD plus resolution. The screen is exactly what you'd expect from an AMOLED display, with rich colors that make watching the latest episode of your favorite TV show or streaming that must-watch game a more wholesome experience. On the downside, its 60 Hz refresh rate is underwhelming, considering similarly priced competitors boast a 90 Hz refresh rate. You also get an optical under-display fingerprint scanner that is quick and typically accurate, but misses some attempts now and again. Number 4, battery and performance. There's a decent LiPo4 1050 mAh battery in the Vivo V23e 5G, which comfortably gives 5 hours of screen time, even under heavy. The battery endurance will allow you to play your favorite games and media content without worrying about running out. You're good to go if you typically use your phone for less tasking stuff. The battery is compatible with 44 watts quick charging, allowing it to charge 69% in 30 minutes. Remember the MediaTek Dimensity 810 processor we mentioned earlier. It uses a cutting-edge 6nm process designed to combine a premium display with exceptional camera capabilities for outstanding overall performance. The Dimensity 810 5G comprises a 2.4 GHz 4X ARM Cortex-A76 chipset and a 2 GHz 4X ARM Cortex-A55 chipset. Number 3, design and build. 0.29-inch thick and 172 grams heavy, the V23e is ultra-thin and light. The ridges on the side rails combine with the back-end display to provide a steady and comfortable grip. The Vivo V23e 5G series has received much attention because it is the first smartphone that changes color depending on how light strikes it. The V23e is available in 3 colors: Sunshine Coast, Moonlight Shadow, and Midnight Blue. The color you order determines whether your phone turns to a combination of blue, pink, white, gold, or green. Good luck convincing a colorblind person what color your phone currently is. Let's now talk about the position of various elements on the phone. The microphone is located on top of the device, while the volume and power controls are located on the right. The bottom of the phone houses the SIM card slot, USB-C charging port, and a mono speaker, which has its pros and cons. You'll get to know more about it soon. According to Vivo, the back panel uses fluorite AEG, anti-glare, coating for a more delicate texture than conventional AEG glass. This produces a softer light diffusion, effectively cleans fingerprints and smudges, so you don't have to worry about wiping them off often, and makes the phone look more elegant and comfortable to hold. Number 2, camera. The V23e's triple rear camera configuration comprises a 50MP primary camera, an 8MP wide-angle camera, and a 2MP macro camera. Furthermore, there's a 44MP selfie camera with autofocus geared towards selfie lovers. The front camera does not provide the quality you'd expect from a 44MP sensor. It lacks the vibrancy that a selfie should have. On the other hand, pictures are detailed and satisfyingly sharp, especially when taken under well-lit conditions. Count taking selfies too close to the bonfire out. Guys, it does not have to be that lit. The 50MP camera disappoints as much as the front camera, giving results which are similar to the front camera. While the HDR and night modes help to compensate for some subpar images, the camera does not live up to its megapixel count, probably due to its processing power. Nonetheless, it has entertaining features like double exposure mode, which allows you to creatively capture ghost-like images and apply preset filters that are ready to be shared online right away. It also has dual-view blogging mode, which allows you to record both yourself and the subject behind the camera at the same time for those priceless moments you don't want to miss. Unfortunately, video capture is limited to 1080p 60 FPS with HDR enabled, which performs admirably in outdoor environments, but occasionally struggles. That's too bad. Additionally, it sports LPDDR4X RAM, the game-boosting ARM Mali G57MC 2 GPU, and UFS 2.2 base storage. The Vivo V23e 5G comes with a novel memory management technology called Extended RAM that converts a portion of the ROM storage to RAM. When activated, it can add up to 4 GB of RAM, bringing the total to 12 GB and allowing for even more multitasking. The V23e 5G comes preloaded with Android 11, FunTouch OS 12, 8 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of storage. Kindly subscribe to the channel for the most recent updates on the mobile phone market. Number 1. Sound. The V23e sound output is limited because it only has one loudspeaker. Although the volume is adequate, the sound quality lacks richness and surround. The good news is that Vivo claims the V23e supports high-resolution audio, a high-quality audio format, with a higher sampling frequency or bitrate. Therefore, a good pair of earphones will allow you to listen to uncompressed music far closer to the original than you get via your phone speakers. If sound quality is essential to you, you can use earphones, a TPU phone case, a quick start guide, a 44 watts wall adapter, USB-A to USB-C cable, a SIM tray ejector tool, a pair of 3.5mm headphones, and a USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack converter are included in the V23e box. Although the Vivo V23e offers intriguing specs for a mid-range phone, its execution is far from top-notch. However, if you're looking for an appealing phone with a capable camera, this phone will suffice. For more sophisticated phones, watch our comparison of the Xiaomi 12 Pro and Samsung S22 Ultra. Thank you for watching this video.